right. Good evening, everybody. How are we tonight? I see Tenor and Darth are here, nice and early. Good evening. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. Hope you are having a good week so far. It is only Tuesday, so it's still early. A lot can happen, but I hope you guys are having a good time. Hey, Nikki. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Tears? Nice to see you here as well. Gonna have, it looks like probably part of the regular crew rolling in tonight, which will be great. I'm looking forward to that. Tonight we're going to build MFZeus, also known as Young Zeus, on the Discord. We're going to build his HMKB 40, his heavy metal keyboard. He was nice enough to offer that for me for content and to build. I said I'd be happy to. It is an Ortho, so I haven't used Ortho in a while. Hoping to not have too many screw ups on the left side of typing, but looking forward to jumping back into Ortho. We're going to build that with some Gateron Oil Kings that he lubed, and Duroc V2 stabs, and SA Leviathan too as well. So that should be pretty cool. What's up, Edge? Thank you for the wish for the great stream. We should have a good stream. I actually have a decent bit of content to talk about tonight. A couple of different boards to show off besides just the build that we're going to do. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. And I have to say, I have been using the Curio, non-stop. This has been my work board. I just swapped out for Pulse like Sunday. I had white on black Hiragana on it, and then I swapped to GMK Pulse, and I think the pop of color is really nice here. This board is so comfortable. I literally cannot talk about it enough how comfortable this board is. It's insanely good, and it's been non-stop that I've been using it. I'm happy with the sound. I'm happy with the feel. The spacebar being exploded, even just that little bit, to me makes a world of difference. I will happily rep for this board through the group buy. I'm just saying, I'm super pleased with it. I cannot say enough good things about it, so yeah. Darth says, I was lucky enough to be able to type on Mace's Proto at the Dallas meetup. It was such a nice feel. Yeah, and Mace's setup is basically the same, right? I think he's got linears in there, I think. But you got the feel of the board. The weight is good. Like it weighs like nothing, which is fantastic for me, at least, in terms of like a travel board and having one that, it doesn't weigh a ton. I've got a lot of boards that are heavy. My Pearls, my Oceans. Yes, I said plural, Oceans, the Phoenix. So being lighter is really, really nice. So sorry. What's up? So Tenor says, I've got a Hydra in the works too. Yeah, I think Hydra, when there's a premium case done, is going to be like it for me. Like, and I don't mean like in game. I don't mean like I won't, but like Curio is great. Splitting the alphas out a little bit more. Oh my goodness. I think that'll be fantastic, and really excited for that. And I'm still loving dedicated arrows on a 13U. I think that's really, really exciting for sure. So Rory says, deciding to watch the Premier 40s MK streamer instead of Hyun at 1.2K, easy choice. Thank you, Rory. I appreciate that, and welcome. Nice to see you in here. I'm looking forward to talking about your stuff here in a little bit, and when we're going to kind of like, my schedule is continuously, yeah, some of y'all shouldn't be getting 3 tickets. Oh well, we're just gonna roll with 3 tickets tonight. They're SA blanks. It's not a big deal. We're just gonna roll with it that way tonight. I don't know if it just didn't save or what. Sorry. It looks like it works fine. So, yeah, 3 tickets tonight. We're not doing an overload. Apologies. I will show you guys what we're giving away here. There's gonna be 2 of them, so we're gonna give away 2, which will be really nice. So we'll have 2 winners tonight. And this is me passing on the pay it forward thing, right? So. For those of you who don't know, Atari Zero in the 40s Discord, let's see if I can pull these out, made some hub 4.25U space bars, and they're really good. I'm keeping these. These are not the giveaway, sorry. These are really, really good. Shut up, Ferrari. Like, the 2 to 20 is important on boards, okay? But either way, like, these are awesome 4.25U space bars. I'm using the Diet Purple, almost the Atomic Purple, on my minivan back up there. So these bars are mine. But, with that being said, Atari packed some extra stuff in for almost everybody's order. I think everybody ended up with, like, an extra blank or what have you. So tonight, I'm going to pay it forward since they showed up for me. We're going to give away some extra keycaps. So this one's first. This is one of the SA blanks. They're both SA row 3, but this one's really cool. Kind of reminds me of like a deep Caribbean blue ocean or Pacific Ocean. So we'll give away this one. And then the second one that we will give away, I guess a good way for people to get like a cool artisan keycap. I don't have anything SA anymore. Like, I literally do not use any SA anymore. So the other one is just a nice red, a nice clear, looks like candy. So we're gonna give these two away. 2 separate keycap giveaways. This actually might vibe with Pulse. Yeah. So if you have SA Pulse, this might go well with it. But yeah, so 2 winners tonight. No, you cannot win both. One of each. So that will be at the end of stream. We'll give these away. Looking forward to that. And yeah, like I said, pay it forward. Like, I don't need them. I really appreciate it that Atari was willing to include those in the package, but why not just do something nice for my viewers? Like, that's what I like doing. So we're going to do that, which is really cool. I'm excited. We're building this HMKB with SA Leviathan, which I think is an underrated set still, but it is SA. I just haven't used SA in a really long time, so it is what it is. So yeah, like, that should be good. I'm going to show off 2 different boards, 2 different size boards too. Like, that's the crazy part. Very different in size, so you guys will see those here in a minute. And then we'll get into the build. We'll get into the HMKB 40. That'll be the majority of the stream tonight. I don't have to lube anything. Zeus already lubed the switches for me, so that's awesome. And yeah, this should be an interesting build. This isn't usually something I would do or get. It's a very industrial looking case. There's like 18 grommets in the case or something like that. They even come with it comes with a nice like instruction manual, which is pretty cool. Like, I really like that. I think that's sick. But yeah, we're going Ortho tonight, so it is what it is. Got a new follower, Zenbiomata. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Glad you're here tonight. I appreciate that as always. But yeah, we've got a lot lined up. So we're gonna do this board tonight. I think we're gonna do Embrace on Thursday of next week. Yeah, I can't do Tuesday. We're gonna do Thursday of next week for Embrace. Mostly because my wife will be out of town Monday through Wednesday, and I have the little one, and trying to get her to bed and prep for a stream is going to be like next to impossible. So we'll do that Thursday. It also gives me time to put Embrace out there, because we're going to probably do a week of interest check and then straight into the group buy. Like, I was thinking about this. I may talk to Evan, and we just may open up the group buy right after the stream. Like, maybe right as the stream closes, we open up the group buy. I don't know. That's a thought I had. But we're basically ready. And the nice part is this is all going to be run through Chris. It's going to end up, I'm going to do fulfillment here out of the basement. So everything's going to run through Evan and myself. I believe Evan's going to take payment. We will make sure we get everything locked in and squared away. So super, super excited to run Embrace and do that on stream. After that, I think the week after Embrace is Mirari. Mirari's going to come over, and we're going to do a dual paintbrush build. So I'm going to do I already desoldered last week. You guys saw. Which I did get it cleanly desoldered, by the way. That was a real pain in the ass. Those switches suck. I'm never going to use those. Those are ice rims. I think they're from Texie. Don't get those. They're awful. I hated them. They're too thick. They were a real pain in the ass. But we're going to do a double paintbrush build. So we'll do my acrylic proto. I'm going to throw the nebulas in there. I've got enough nebulas left over. I really enjoyed those switches in the Curio, so we're going to put those in the paintbrush as well for mine. and we swapped plates. So I had a copper plate. Mirari's going to get the copper plate, and I'll pull that board off the shelf here a little bit later. And then I took his half FR4 plate. So a nice little kind of swap. We'll do the double build, show you the differences between what was initially the first proto with the acrylic board, and then with his aluminum board, which he got in a wine color. He bought that off MF Chill, I believe. So super excited for that. And so after that, I think we've got some more customer builds. I know William Jones hit me up about doing a couple of builds, which is pretty exciting. And we've got some other stuff kind of coming down the pike too. So kind of keeping it rolling, which is really, really nice. If you guys have more builds you want me to do, I think Zeus said he might have a couple of things for me. I know Mirari's got something a little funky like the NCR 80 that he wants me to do. We're going to do Big Dance Pomelo. So like, the content is going to keep coming, which is exciting, and I'm happy to say that. It's taken a long time. It's literally taken a year to get up to this point where I have a little bit more consistency, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And Mirari just said NCR80 and the milk truck. So I get to build another milk truck, which I really enjoyed that build when we gave that away. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for you guys for showing up. I'm thankful for the content. Darth always keeping my music in check. Thank you. And I swear the streaming music kind of sucks. So thank you. There we go. It was fine, and then it bumped up. That usually happens, so we're good. I appreciate the heads up. I hope that's a little bit better for you guys. It's super easy for you to just say something. I'm quick to respond with that, so thank you. But yeah, I'm thankful for you guys, seriously, for giving me the content, sending me things to do. I really, really, really appreciate it. So yeah. Joe Dinkle says, I may need you to squeeze in a Vixen proto build. I'm not even sure what that is, but I'm happy to build whatever. It can be bigger than 40%. I don't care. I'm happy to help. And as you guys will see, I've got something way, way bigger than a 40% tonight, which is really exciting to show off, because those are my good buddies from Carolina Mech, and we'll talk about that a little bit further. I did want to shout out Static. Subscribed again at Tier 1. Subscribed for 6 months. I really appreciate it, man. You're always here. And one of my biggest supporters, and someone who's really been a part of the stream so far. So thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. I did have a first-time chat from Kai Boy's my name. Kai Boys? Hello. Welcome. Hello. How are you? He asked, do you like ACO switches? ACO CS sponge switches are good. I actually have never used ACO switches. I'm a little weird. I use some kind of off-the-wall stuff. If you hang out in the 40s Discord, you know that we've got the Switch Sommelier. Alas, she manages to hook up a lot of people. I tend to find some weird stuff. I tend to do Franken switches. That's kind of like something I've been doing. If you were ever around, or if you ever look at my past VODs on YouTube, you can see where I did the Franken switches for my Pearl build, my white Pearl, where that was kind of crazy. I always forget when I'm trying to remember them. They are Gateron black ink bottoms, 55 gram springs, Supreme springs, Spritz Supreme, I think. They are Snow White stems and a cherry black top, lubed, and they're really good. They're kind of crazy, but again, like, I have trouble remembering them. I actually have to go back in the stream and like rewatch again. But yeah, my other pearls got the MX Swires, which are the V1 Telio bottoms, the 63.5 gram TX springs. I think they're TX springs. The cherry vintage black stems, and the OG Inver Panda tops, and those are lubed, and those are really good too. So yeah, it's crazy. So I'm pretty happy with what I have, and I like doing those Franken switches sometimes. So yeah, and Kaiboy said Texie carrots are good too. I just lubed last week a bunch of carrots, so those will actually get shipped out. I forgot to ship them back to Alex, but those will get shipped out here very soon. So yeah, I didn't mind those. They sounded pretty good. Long pole linears, you really can't go wrong with that. You really can't. So that's exciting. Dar says, definition of the Vixen. The board is something cooking up in the 40s Discord. Vixen is the latest board from IO Designs, taking inspiration from the Prime Elise, EM7, and Alice style boards. Vixen is an evolution of the Baby V. This board aims to please fans of that keyboard that wanted something more premium. Joe, I'm very happy to do that. I like a lot of those boards. I definitely like the Elise and Alice style boards. So, cool. Let's do it. If you wanna hit me up and let me know what you need me to do, I'm happy to help out. So that's cool. I didn't even know that was going on. I feel bad that maybe I missed it. I've been busy. I've been very, very busy lately with work and life and some other crazy stuff. So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. So Lucy says the same as hey, V the static. Those are just Oil Kings with extra steps, my guy. Are you talking about my Franken switches? Because they're not. I have the Oil Kings here. Don't you hate? Don't you remember that whole build? The idea was just to go like crazy and be extra over the top just to be extra over the top. So how dare you, my friend? How dare you? Baby V layout looks weird to me, not sure why. Yeah, I look, some layouts definitely look weird to people, others don't, so. Mirari says Oil Kings aren't even that good. Go away, Mirari. Go away. No, I agree. You still have to mod them. They're just not consistent. They're just not consistent. That's the downside. They have to be good, so, yeah. Kaiboy says I'm currently using a GK61 with Epoch Maker, Epon Maker Theory keycaps and Glorious Pandas looped and filmed. Hey, good tactiles, right? Are they? But so I'm curious. Do you like the Glorious Pandas? Because I hate that they took the name. That they're nowhere near like the original Holy Panda. I know Glorious got dragged on RMK like last week, which they deserved it. They totally deserved it. But yeah, like. I don't know. I don't like the way they named that, but yeah. Zeus says, hopefully the Oil Kings I sent are fine. I kind of lazily lube them. Hey, we've all been there. We've all been there, Zeus. I actually sat down this weekend, so if you remember on Thursday, I started to lube. I did like 20 of the carrots. I just was kind of tired. I knew I was tired too, and I probably should have, I probably should have like stopped and not done it, but I just wanted to have some content. So Saturday morning, the wifey took my daughter and did some stuff. I basically sat down for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and lubed the remaining like 78 switches for the carrots. And then I finished up another 36 of the Hyperglide Blacks that I have been putting off. And I was just playing, if you guys are into NBA, Jimmy High Roller is a YouTuber who does really awesome videos about the NBA with a lot of analytical stuff, data science stuff. Really good. So I kind of went down the wormhole and just watched all of his videos while I was lubing. So that really helped pass the time. I spent a lot of time lubing, but happy to be done with that. I still have 50 crystal, whatever these are for Embrace for next week. Crystal icebergs from Upgrade Keyboards. I literally still have to do, these are already really like smooth, but I think that they sound a little too light. Yeah, these are insanely smooth. But it's a hot swap board. Embraces hot swap. So I'm gonna lube these. We might do that on stream. It might do the 50 just because putting together Embrace will take like 10 minutes. It'll be quick. So I want to make sure we have some time to hang out, and these will probably lube on stream. As I said, I'm gonna do the Prevail Nebulas for the paintbrush. I think that'll look pretty awesome. Rory says, pay me to lube. I might do that, man. I don't know, but I kind of want to do it on stream. But you know, the Nebulas are really good. I really, really like these. These are great switches, and they're what's in here. And I actually took the keycaps off then, and I was like, oh yeah, I have really pretty switches under there, which is exciting. So yeah, like I said, we've got a lot coming up. Gotta do a lot of other switches and crap. I did notice when I put Pulse on here, by the way, kind of matches the infill a little bit. Just a little. And I know some of you were asking about how I did the infill. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I actually regret the way I did this one just a hair. Just because I ended up with like a bunch of micro scratches and stuff on the weight and some fingerprints, but that'll come off. So I need to find a way to like polish it. But if you are looking to infill, and I know a lot of people have asked, so maybe someone should clip this after I'm done explaining it. But if you're looking to infill, it's not very hard. I've just found success in these ways. Number one, I've been most successful when it is a Cerakoted weight. Just the smoothness of the weight. It prevents like the paint from like really kind of getting deep in there where you can't get it out. So that's like number one. That's why the pearl works so well, is because it was really smooth on the surface. I was able to get the paint on really easy. Number two, and this is the most important, you must use water-based acrylic. Again, water-based acrylic. I get mine from Michael's, and they come in like tubes like this big, and they're like $3. I think like those are the more expensive ones. Like this, I think they're like $1.65 for your standard. Like this blue was like $1.65 for a bottle. So like basically, it sounds like something a Jake Show would say. No, I'm just saying Cerakote works best. I've done it on aluminum. I've done it on anodized aluminum. In fact, the Space 65 that I had, I did the infill there. I just wasn't as pleased, I think, because I don't know. I wasn't as pleased. But that's a whole nother point. So you get your paint, water-based acrylic paint. Make sure you have a smooth surface, hopefully. And then I've got like a softer, like a silicone Bondo scraper that works best. And all I do is I literally just dump a ton of paint. Like in this case, it was on the bottom, right? I flipped over because I was scraped towards me. It was out of the case, like the weight was on its own. And you basically dump a bunch out and literally just scrape, pick up, scrape, pick up, scrape, pick it. And so you're not trying to like dig in there. You're just trying to fill in the top. And hopefully the whole point of the Bondo scraper is that you're just bringing it up there and you're cutting off at the edges, right? And so you do that, you're gonna have paint all over the weight. That's okay. But the idea is that you look at it and you've got a nice even infill across the entire board like this. That's what you want. And you can still see, like, if you look carefully, you can still see like where that kind of screwed up and that kind of screwed up. It's gonna happen. It's not gonna be perfect, okay? But the thing that's important is that you let it dry for like an hour. Not too much longer, but like an hour. And what happens, or what should happen, is because you've scraped, you've got a thin enough layer right here where you take a wet paper towel or a slightly soapy wet paper towel, and around the edges, don't get close to the letters yet, around the edges, just rub and dry, and the paint should come right up. It should come right up, which is great. When you get close to the edges, what I've found works well is a slightly damp paper towel. Take your finger and put the paper towel around like your thumb and gently scrape. And scrape towards, like not too hard down, but scrape towards the letter. And what happens is you basically are, when you scrape, that's why you're not putting too much pressure. You're just cleaning up the edges. And then it ends up like this. It took a long time, like especially up here. I had to redo this like 2 or 3 times. But like that's the best way I can describe it. And that way, the soap and water will help clean up the excess. And then, like I said, you're just trying to be careful. And that's why there's like some micro scratches, because you see where I get scratched too hard. But that's the way I found that works. And honestly, I don't know how many people besides me are like this up on the board and can see that stuff. So other than that, though, this thing is still one of my favorite weights right now. Absolutely one of my favorites. And I did see Kaiboy. He did ask what it sounds like. It sounds awesome. It's a PC plate in a acrylic case with an aluminum bottom. And yeah, this board is still one of my favorites. After, 3 weeks now, I've been using it nonstop. So really, really pleased with it still. And I'm glad someone asked. And I remembered someone asked on the Discord about the infill. So hopefully that kind of gave you like a rundown of how we do the infill. Now, I say all that for something I'm not going to infill, at least not right now, but something I'm really happy with that showed up today. And then I realized it doesn't show well on stream because the light is so bright, but I'm still going to show you guys. My custom Oceanographer showed up today. And you're like, oh, okay, Hedgie, it's a custom white Cerakoted Oceanographer. True, but it's coated in Hydra, which you can almost see like almost at the bottom of the bezel. It's so I really wish this showed up on stream. The light is almost too bright. It's almost too bright. Hydra is a custom mix from a company called Gun Candy, where they help with some Cerakoting Microflakes, and I see you, Morari. Yeah, we just copy and paste, Kaiboy. We literally just, I have them all saved on a spreadsheet, and then I just copy and paste whenever I need numbers or symbols. That's usually the easiest thing to do. And so Hydra is white, or, well, I guess the base doesn't matter, but it's a pink to gray, or pink to green, or green to pink color shift. Man, pink to gray would be sick. They always do like weird, like green to pink, or like purple to blue, or blue to green. Give me like a pink to gray. Like, give me a gray shift. But either way, I'm so disappointed because it doesn't show up on stream. And it is really subtle. It is super subtle, even in person. It's incredibly subtle. And yeah, like it's like you can maybe see kind of towards the bottom up here, like where it like turns pink a little bit. But again, it's like super hard to see unless you're in person. But overall, like, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm like super, super happy with it. You can see like how bright my lights are right now. I'm curious if adding like extra light helps, maybe? No, like I can see in person, I can see the, let's see if we can see that. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, you guys can see that right there? Hold on. There we go. You see the mica and the specs, like, yeah. Either way, it's like pearlescent. That's the best way. I can't, there we go. Yeah. So like greenish to pink, which is sick. So yes, like insanely good. We put everything not on its own bottom layers. Yeah. So you're saying that this custom ocean is a meetup board, eh? Yes, this will be at the Nashville meetup. The other piece to this board is right here, which is really cool. Let's turn it this way. So this board had a interesting little story, and huge shout out to Evan for the help. Huge help in Fusion. But what happened was, this was a C stock board that showed up. Like, most of the boards that showed up were really good. Some are A-, a couple are B stock, nothing crazy. But this one showed up, and the ocean symbol that's right here normally, the ship wheel, had like extra holes where like the CNC machine drilled like 3 extra holes in it for whatever reason. I don't know why. And I was like, well, I can't sell that. That sucks. And I was like, I wonder if I can like replace it with something, like maybe just another engraving. But then I looked and the holes went like way too deep. Not through the case, but they just went too deep. And I'm like, well, that sucks. I don't want to do that. So what can I do? And I was talking with Evan, and he said, you could do a badge there. And I was like, a badge? He's like, yeah, you can do a badge. And so I thought about it, and we basically had it where, I think this will come out. I basically have like a shitty sticker on the other side of this. Sorry, bear with me here. There's a crappy like sticker basically being like 2-sided tape. There we go. Yeah. Like, see, I put like 2-sided tape here. Come on. There we go. A sticker, a literal sticker. But it's a badge. And so what we did was we cut a hole in the case through here, and this is a non-threaded hole. And then on the other side, under the sticker, there's a threaded hole here. I don't have an M2 screw long enough for this, so my M2 screws will be here on Thursday. Thank you, Amazon. And I'll be able to like securely attach this to the case. But it's a replaceable badge, which means I can get more badges. Now, I say all of that. This whole thing, the CNC of the case, and then the CNC of the badge, was like $350. It was a lot of money. I paid the base kit cost of the Oceanographer to get a custom badge done. So just full disclosure, it was very expensive. So it'll be my piece. But I just wanted to do something there. I realized like I could always do like an initial. We could do like some other little design. I could send it off to Chris, have him do some like, I don't know, maybe 10 badges for me. But he said brass would be cheapest. I think it looks good, obviously, with the bottom of Oceanographer. If you forget like how good the bottom is right here. But yeah, like Morari said, all for the clout, right? So yes, this is a custom badged, custom Cerakoted Oceanographer. I'm excited to build it. I have no idea what keycaps I'm going to put on it because I have enough whiteboards behind me. I've got the P4, the Pearl, the Coriander, now this. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to put on this thing, but I'm excited for it. So yeah, it's awesome. We got this nice badge. This is going to look amazing in person. Like I said, the pearlescent paint or Cerakote is incredible. And I got to find a place on my shelf. If you guys notice, I added more shelves. So I no longer have 2. I've got 4 shelves, so a little more spread out. They look nice. See Vanagon chilling back there tonight. I'm just prepping for more stuff because I've got this showed up today. And when the PCBs get here, I'll pull aside a PCB just so I have my own. But I've got Embrace, Pegasus, Pearl, Field Trip, and then there's another board. I still can't talk about that board. Hopefully it's almost done. I don't think it'll be here in time for the meetup. So I've got another 5 boards that I'm going to own, at least, that'll be coming. So I had to have more room. So I bought more shelves the other weekend, which was great. The wife and I went to IKEA. We got a bunch more. I hung them and made some arrangements. So anyway, this will end up on there probably later tonight, and it'll stay up there until we're ready to get built. Although Evan is sending me his Ocean build with the Embrace, just the build, so I might be able to put it in here and use the Oceanographer for a little bit, which would be pretty exciting. But I want to show that. I thought that was really cool. Super excited with that. The other board I want to show off. Hold on, let me figure out a safe place to put this. This thing's a monster. All 5 pounds of Oceanographer is this. Garth says, put a pink set on. Actually, that might be cool. Isn't, what's his name, Dr. Doof? Isn't he working on a JTK set? Like a Sakura set or something like that? Because I would definitely think, that would be a good one. Alright. Trying to press any keycaps when I do that. Alright, you guys ready? This thing's a monster. Oof. Oh. Alright, this is the Fossil from Carolina Mech. I actually typed on this board at the South Carolina meetup. This is basically like a test unit. Arslock, A-R-S-L-O-C-K, was nice enough to let me test this out, play with it, put it on stream tonight. I took a picture and posted it on our custom keyboards. I also took a picture and posted it on RMK, and it got downvoted. Fucking normies are weird. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys are weird. It got literally downvoted. I have no idea why. But this is made here in the U.S. in South Carolina at Van Dusen Designs. Really cool guys. I got to go to their shop, see how they CNC'd it. Very cool shit. Like, small little shop. And again, I worked in manufacturing for 10 years. Like, I've seen it all, but it's just cool to see like homegrown tiny shops do their thing and come out with products like this. I think there's 2 versions they're working on. This one with like nothing here, which actually has kind of grown on me a little bit. And then there's one where there's an additional 4 keys up here as well. So I think that puts it at 108 keys total instead of 104. But this thing's a monster. I initially thought I'd be building this, but then Arslock hit me up and he was like, hey, I just want you to test it out, talk about it. I was like, yeah, I'm happy to do that. There's another build. So this is FR4 in GAT Yellows, GAT Yellow KS3s with CRP. There's another build with Gateron Cap something. They're tactile. So I'll test that out later too. But Marari, you say, ugh, too big. Like, this is too big. Like, I do find myself in a weird spot with this board, and it is beautiful. And I think the most important part is on the back with this weight. And I think there's 2 weights. There's this one, which is the Carnivore. It's a T-Rex, which this weight is sick. Like, I'm so impressed with this weight. I really am. And then there's the Herbivore, which is like it's like a Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus or something like that. So Tenor says, Tears for Beer says, I walk away and a chunker shows up. What is this? This is the Fossil, the full size from Carolina Mech. And I'm like, if I was in the normie full size boards, this is sick. Like, this is absolutely sick. The weight looks amazing. The herbivore one looks amazing too. Just a, like, it's almost too big. Like, it almost touches the top of the camera. That's insane. Nice design. I can't remember the angles. There's a Geek Hack thread. I can link to it later. And, you know, look at the size difference here next to Curio. Like, it's like a whole nother 3/4 of a board. So, yeah. And you should hear this thing. Like, I'm impressed with this. I really am. So let's bring this down. Yeah, that sounds really damn good. Like, really good. Especially because, you know, 40 normie. I still think it is a normie board. I know you can say what you want. Full size is a normie board. Like, as much as you want to say, like, hey, 65 or 60%, this still counts as a normie board because you're not. Like, I found myself trying to use it, and I'm like, I want to use layers. Like, I hit Shift and Q for, like, 1 or exclamation mark, and, like, duh, it's all the way up here. And that's, like, really hard for me to do, so, yeah. Mari says 60, 65, 75, and TKL is normie. Numpad test. Numpad sounds the same. This board is really well designed. Really well. It's a grommet mount or something like that. Yeah. It's nice. Like, I remember typing on this board at the meetup, and I was like, damn, sounds really good. And there was a couple of them. There were like 4 or 5 of them that they've made. So it's not even an officially, like, it is in an IC at the moment, but it's not like officially IC'd. It's kind of in a weird spot where they just have a bunch of test units. I think you can actually buy a test unit. I remember, I see you, Lufsky. No, I remember when we went to the shop, they had like 20 like just freshly machined cases. So I think there's a bunch of test units. Yeah, okay, so, yeah. The sound up here in the top row is a little more muted. Yeah, so it's just a little more muted up in the F row, but from a, like, main cluster area, this sounds incredible. So, yeah. And it's super consistent, which is really nice. Darcy says this would be a nice board for the wife. She was not into her milk truck. Yeah, something like this for the normal person. Not when I say normie, I mean like the normal person who, like, at work they're working on their Dell membrane 108 key or 104 key, right? Like, it's the same layout, nothing changes for them. So I can see it being super, super useful for them. I'll never use this, but it's cool. And it's awesome. The only, like, I think the only potential downside is the cost. It's going to cost a pretty penny. Made here in the U.S. It's a full size. That being said, I think it's still going to be cheaper than any of Koob's boards, period. I think the Pearl comes close to the cost of this, honestly. Like, I hate to be mean to Koob, but the guys over at Carolina Mech, it may be expensive, but it's not like an $800, $1,000 Koob board. Granted, there's less going on, but at the same time, like, it'll be expensive. Yeah. But again, very nice. Like, the weight is insane. I'm very thankful that Arslock gave me a chance to really yeah, did you see that? There you go. Gave me a chance to use this and play with it this week and into the next week. I'm gonna bring it to Nashville. So 3 weeks. I'm gonna bring it to Nashville. I'm bringing literally like 22 different boards with me to Nashville, if you count like my numpad and my wife's KBD 67 Lite, which is also still one of the best sounding boards I've ever used. The plastic board sounds great. Yeah, this is a great color, Marari. Like, this green is incredible. So I really like it. And like I said, this will show up with me in the Nashville meetup. which is exciting, and people can be like, oh wow, look at all these 40s. Oh shit, a 104 key, holy crap. Oh, back to the 40s, right, or whatever. So yeah, like, God, this feels awful. No, I believe this is powder coat, if I recall correctly. This is definitely like powder coat, and that's what they did like at a lot of their boards. They had a Palmetto that was powder coated and piano black that looked amazing, and like one of the other ones is like raw. They had a raw one, they had a white powder coat. So I think they do a lot of powder coat, but I did hook up Arzlock with Jake to just say, hey, if you want some custom Cerakote stuff, then yeah, you can go that route. But yeah, this is not Anno. I think just like Jake, or excuse me, Kane, Project Kane, I think these guys are struggling to find good quality US anodization, and that's just been a struggle for everybody. So yeah, powder coat's really good. Yeah, if you get a good, it's like Cerakote. Like if you get a good person to apply powder coat, it'll come out like Cerakote. And this is very smooth. It's a very nice board. Very, very nice board. Just not my thing, but still totally viable as a keyboard. So put this down. And yes, we are spoiled by good Anno. Granted, I still think the best to come out was CT Anno, and on the Phoenix, that blue is incredible. But yeah, not much we can do about that now. So let's switch gears. Let's get into the build. You guys have been listening to me rabble on for like 40 minutes now. It's time to build the HMK. This feels so good. Just went from 104 keys to this, where I was like, oh my god, and then to here's our tiny little PCB. We're gonna do the 2x2U, I think, tonight. At least that's what Zeus sent me in terms of stabs and keycaps. So I would hope it's 2x2U, because that's what he sent. If not, I'm gonna build it that way, and you're gonna deal with it. But yeah, tiny little ortho board with your standard 18 mega 32U4. I did test this. Everything works. So everything does work. I don't know why. I think it's part of the mounting system or something. I'm going to look again. This board's a little unique. So let me show you guys the case. Here's the PCB. Oh, we do have a very heavy plate. This almost feels like not aluminum. This feels almost like steel. Yeah. So, yeah. Big ortho plate. And then plate foam. And then here's the case. Remember I said very industrial? Very like weirdly unique case. There is a part that Zeus forgot to send. I hope this doesn't cause any issues with the build. I think it goes this way. But yeah, I'm assuming this is not just aluminum because it's super heavy. I think this is steel. Perfect candidate for a Jake coat. Just saying. I'm just saying this is a perfect candidate for a Jake coat. But this should be cool. A little funky, a little different. Not something up my alley normally. Looking forward to building this. So we'll do this tonight. And like I said, we've got... Let me move this out of the way. I don't want to get the case dinged up. Got some lubed Oil Kings ready to go. That he said he lazily lubed. Sure, whatever that means. Lube is lube, right? That's what she said. Here's all like the hardware, the grommets, a bunch of the screws. Looks like some spacers, some washers. So again, very like industrial. He says, finish looks fine as is. Geez, true Mariah. I was just saying, like, when I pulled it out tonight, I was like, wow, this would be perfect for, like, a Jake coat, you know? Zeus did say it's brass. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's why it's so heavy. All right, well, either way, like, it could be a Jake coat board. I'm just saying, and my stream is sponsored by... Oh, yeah, I gotta go this way, because it's mirrored video. So if I do this and reach across, I can say it's sponsored by P3D. So, of course I'm going to say that. But I did think of it on my own. And then Duroc V2 stabs that, as always, we'll take care of first. Zeus, you do want the 2x2U, right? You do want both of these stabs on there, if I recall correctly. I think that's what he wants. says the guy that spent $350 on a badge and probably $100 plus on Jake coat. Yeah, I spent something. I don't know what I spent with Jake. I think Jake's just running like a tab with me at this point. Not really, but I mean, look, I like what I like, Luke. So I like me some custom boards, and if that includes spending some excess amount on some custom Cerakote, then that's what I'm gonna do. So there's some other stuff coming that, like, I already know with the field trip, I'm not gonna like the silver, so I'm gonna get that coated as well. I already know that. I just don't know what color I want to do with the field trip, but that'll be coated. The Embrace mid plates, they're perfect for coating. Same with the knob. I may get those coated. Like, I got a lot of ideas in my head and a lot of different, like, coats I want to do. So just saying, like, it's totally possible. It's absolutely possible. So Coffee, you subbed for 6 months. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you said 6-month prize is a Hedgie hat. I should do something for you guys for long-term streamers. Do you really want one that says Hedgie 404? Because if you do, I may be down to do something for my long-term subscribers. Anyone 6 months plus maybe can get you like a cheap hat or something like that, or a beanie, like everybody rocking the beanie. That'd be cool too. Get my name out there. Yeah, let's see. Mariah says I'm gonna have to send 2 boards to Jake. Luke says Hedgie tab. Mariah, donate to Hedgie to pay for his Jake tab. Hey, look, I'll never beg for donations. They are available. I do have that spot now on Twitch, so if you do want to donate, you're more than welcome to, but no pressure. I don't beg. I don't expect it. I'm just here to have a good time and build stuff, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So, yeah, no worries. All right. Who's tagging me on Instagram? Go away. It's Ringo. Ringo is on Instagram liking my story for my stream. And as you can see, I cut my thumb again. The day before a stream again. Like, I don't know how I continue to cut my thumb at this rate, but oh my god, I'm so over it. I will say that. This time on the corner edge of my thumb, like, oh, it's awful. Like, trying to cut food for my daughter, of all things. Like, really? We had chicken wings, and she wanted, there's a hair here. Why is there a hair here? She wanted the meat off the bone, so I took a serrated knife and missed, and fucking just right down my thumb. That shit hurt. But yeah, I'm glad that it's not as bad. Why are there hairs here, Zeus? You got hairs all up in your stabs. You got a cat or something? Because I have dogs and I don't even have this much hair. Like, good god. There we go. Nice and thick on with the MCG 129 as always. Did you get that meat off the bone though? Yes, I did. My daughter loves her lemon pepper wet wings, so yes, we did get the meat. She is happy. She was happy. Gnarly with the sub at tier 1. You've subscribed for 9 months. Thank you, sir. Are you interested in a Hedgie hat too? Is that why we've subbed? No shame if you are. Maybe I said, like, look at some custom merch and giving my subscribers for longer than 6 months some real benefits or something. That'd be cool. Lemon pepper wet, a true Atlanta special. Yes, that's very true. That's why Lou Williams, the basketball player who just retired, Lemon Pepper Lou, because he liked lemon pepper wet here in Atlanta. I think specifically at the Cheetah, which is a very famous strip club here in Atlanta. So, okay, nice and heavy on the lube there. Let's get the MCG 129 off, and then we'll get ready to start with my favorite, the dielectric grease. What about hats now? Who is it? Was it Coffee or Luke? Coffee said 6-month prize is a Hedgie hat ? So I think maybe people are wanting some Hedgie hats, and if that's the case, I'm happy to oblige. So we'll see what we can do there. All right. My favorite part is the dielectric grease. Dielectric grease. Lubing while talking about strip clubs. Streamer. Yeah, I am. Deal with it, Marari. My man Mirari is critical of me. I will say that. Which, by the way, Mirari, it's almost time to set up our next get-together. Oh, am I out of dielectric grease? No way. No way. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That looked kind of gross, not gonna lie. It's almost time to set up our next meetup with Big Dan and to go hang out. I think this time we can go to shit. What's the brewery? Stillfire. We can go to Stillfire. I think that'd be legit. Have a beer, or 2, or 5, or 10, whatever. Those little ones. Those little tasters are awesome. I could pound a bunch of those because it gets to try all the flavors and stuff. We do have the Nashville meetup. I just meant like the 3 of us can go, because I don't remember if Dan is going or not. I have no idea. I totally forgot. I know you're gonna go. Which, by the way, do you still need a ride? You gotta tell me. And I don't even know if you drink. I'm like suggesting beers, like I assume you just drink. I don't even know if you do or not. It's very rude of me. Yeah, wasn't Dan gonna make it like a family trip or something like that? Either way, I just need you to let me know. I actually think I'll have room in the hotel as well if you need a place to crash that night. It's gonna be a quick trip. We'll go up that morning, and then we will basically come back the next day, the next morning as well. We'll stay the night, party with all the crazy keyboard people, all the artisan makers like Chad, Arium, and all those guys. Scrooge will be there. It's gonna be hilarious. So. Yeah. Nah, I drink. I just usually only drink with food as a pairing. Oh, so you're one of them sophisticated type, huh? Is that how that works? Have you seen Hedgie's dome? Yes, when I first met Hedgie. Yeah, I do have hair. I just keep it. I'm curious how many people think I'm like bald potentially. Because I wear the beanie all the time. I could see that, or people are like, oh, is he bald? No, I'm not. I have hair. I just keep it very short, though. I just don't like only drinking alcohol. I like it with food. Okay, well, I mean, like I said, like you like to be a little sophisticated. I can have beer. Although beer just makes you feel bloated occasionally, but if it's like the only thing I got going on with no additional food, I'm cool. Otherwise, like sometimes like I'll drink beer and then eat food and I feel like I'm a balloon. Like I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. There we go. Coffee says just throw a Luxardo cherry or an olive in there. Yeah, food, right? Rory says, hey, male pattern baldness is common amongst men age 30 and up. That's why this stream is sponsored by Keeps. Yes. God, I had a nickel for every single time one of those dumb ads comes up on one of like the YouTubers I follow. Oh my gosh, I'd be a millionaire. Just a reminder, this is sponsored by Keeps, and yeah, or for Hims or whatever. Look at me, I'm literally writing the script for Hedgie. Easy. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm kind of like DJ Khaled in some regards, where I will literally just pimp like whatever you want. Like if you want me to shill, I will shill. Like don't question my shilling abilities. There's way too much lube on there. There we go. We want a nice thin coat, same direction on the brush strokes. And it should be a nice even coat like that, and makes life a lot easier. Yep, these are V2s for sure. I always know V2s now. Coffee says, am 30, am bald, confirmed. Oh man, sorry Coffee. I still have hair, but it's thinning in the back. I can tell. There's definitely an area. But that's what happens when you get older. I'll be 36 next month. I'm gonna be an old man in the community. Like, I feel old, although I was talking with someone in the Prime Cap server the other night, and he's like 40, so I don't feel so old. But I definitely know I'm old compared to like a lot of you. Hey, look, I didn't screw up the direction this time. There we go. dude, I can't wait for us to do the NCR 80 and then just bitch about Zeal for 30 minutes. It says, oh wait, that's right, because you're gonna give me the Zeals to put in there, aren't you? The clickies? Oh man. The only thing I bitch about Zeal is just the cost. The cost is so prohibitive for so many people. It's so expensive. And like when people are like, oh, you should try Zeal switches. I'm like, no, you shouldn't. They're so expensive for what they are. They're overpriced Gatorons, and you can't convince me otherwise. I feel like, and then go, yeah, this is a fine board afterwards. Yeah. Or my patented, this is a really good board. You should buy this. I feel like the average age in the 40 server is higher than average MK user. I would agree. I know Mike, Evan, myself, Dan, a couple others, we prop up the age in the 40 server. I'd be very curious to get like a survey going of the current 40s users and see what that looks like. I'd be very curious. Speaking of 40 server, I messaged both Sick Babies and Chaos about my own channel today, since you guys can't post in the streamers channel, and they didn't answer me. Hey guys, wake up. I really would like my own channel. I think we could just call it Hedgie's Hangout. It's a good way for you guys to suggest builds and or talk to me post stream or before stream. If there's something you want me to cover, you know, if there's a build you want me to do and you want to talk about it in there. I need my own channel. So yeah, someone help me, please. That'd be awesome. We'll just call it Hedgie's Hangout. And I don't want to direct people to my server. I have my own server, but I just think it's kind of pointless to bring everybody over there when we have the 40 server. So why not just give me my own damn channel? I don't know why that's too much to ask. And then we can get rid of the streamers channel, because I'm the only one that uses the streamers channel, at least in the 40s Discord. No one else uses it anymore. TD's not doing it anymore. We've had like 2 other people post in there. That's it. There's the only like other people to post in there. So if someone wants to help me with that, they want to. It's not Hedgie's Hogs. It's gonna be Hedgie's Hangout. God, you guys are awful. But if someone wants to help me out and at least try and help me get a channel created, that would be fantastic. Please. Is it Discord named over the Hodge? No, it's literally Hedgie's Hangout. That's the name of my server. But I'd rather just have a channel too. So yeah, what happened? Is Mr. Keep still into keyboards? Like, what's he up to? Like, I have not heard or seen from that guy in forever. He used to have all sorts, like, and I liked him because he did 40s, he did big size stuff. He bought an elephant when I bought the elephant round 2. Like, he's got good shit. Mariah, I like how you highlighted that message, but I didn't see it because Streamlabs doesn't show the highlighted message. It literally just shows your normal text. So you used highlight my message and I didn't even see it, which is hilarious. Sorry, bud. Oh my goodness. I feel kind of bad for you in that regard. Mr. Keeps hasn't done much the last year. Okay. Well, that sucks. I can't remember his name. I really liked him though. Luke says, I don't enjoy streaming builds as much because my attention is split. I'm actually okay with the attention split. I don't have an issue with that personally. And I actually think it kind of helps me stay focused a little bit to be able to up and down, so just like head down. Because if I didn't stream and I was just head down, it would just be like silence, just pure silence. But I can see why that like is harder for some people for sure. Get in there. Thank you. I don't like when stabs try to fight you and they try and like buck up a little bit. Like it's a little insane, but oh, this band-aid on my finger is annoying the hell out of me. Trusty screwdriver. Okay, one screw in, put the other screw in. I'm a quick side note. If anybody knows where I can find a white on black Brocap's Last Pilot for trade for my Bogan blind bag, that'd be super helpful. I am still looking to complete a set with bro caps, and that's kind of a goal for me. So just throwing that out there. I don't know how many people are into artisans in the stream, but I figured I'd at least ask. It can never hurt, right? So I know who's got one for sale, but he hasn't answered my questions about trades, so can't go that route, unfortunately. LMAO, you call yourself a hedgy hog? I'm fucking loaded on channel points, bro. I highlight every message because I'm just jacked. Try talking in chat again when you're a true hog. Oh my god. Both of you really gonna go this route? You wish you were an artisan so you can flip them? Yeah, it's not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. You gotta have like highly desired shit to flip them. The only stuff that I feel like is truly outrageous and flipping right now is it's gaff. Gaff stuff is gaff stuff is stupid. There's like people, and actually, I feel like the vandals from like KWK and whatnot are ridiculous. The vandals and the mummies, but like I see people asking like $3 or $4 grand for like gaff caps, and I'm like, I could never spend $1,000 alone, let alone 3 or 4 on a single artisan. Like that's just insane to me. And yet I'll spend like 150, 200 if it's a good artisan, but 1,000, hell no. Gaff is not rubber hose. Rubber hose, although, are also somewhat pricey, although I don't want to say they're outrageous. They stay pretty consistent in like that, like $350 to $500 range. I mean, the demand is there, right? If you noticed, I think the giveaway 2 days ago, or the raffle 2 days ago was probably like 3,500 people entered for like 8 caps. So it's insane. The demand is there, especially for certain makers. So yeah. All right, some plate foam down. It's ortho, so it can go any way, which is great. I forget, like, ortho's good in that regard. This is the prettier side of the plate. That'll go like that. Hopefully the foam doesn't interfere with the... Let me move this out of the way so we can get the solder fan going when we're ready. But hopefully the foam doesn't interfere with the switches setting properly. I've had that happen in the past, and that's a real pain in the ass. Okay, good. So that does go in relatively easy. And then, yeah. This should line up pretty straight. Oh, bent to pin already. That didn't take long. There we go. Okay, good. I don't think it will. I think we're gonna end up in a good spot here. So let's do this. Let's get the corners in, and then we'll solder those, and then we can put the rest of the switches in, and we'll go from there. Zeus, are these desoldered? Because they look it. Not that it matters, I just noticed that, that's all. Yeah, it's not gonna hold. You'll have to... My Norman friend, I'm gonna assume you meant Normie friend. Bought the GMMK numpad today, yuck. Glorious just rubbed me the wrong way recently, and with all their excess drama, I just think, like, there's no need to buy Glorious products. I hate to say that, because it's good people have entry-level options for the hobby, and I've always said that, but good God. They're just pandering to, like, oh, buzzwords, and they're like, we have gasket mount, and it's not really, it's like awful. It's an awful implementation, and like, that guy did, I will say this, that one guy on RMK made the post about, like, a letter to Glorious, and he was like talking about like how bad it was, and then he's like, I build and mod GMMK pros, and I was like, timeout, red flag. I said, so you put together hotspot boards, and he's like talking about like every different mod he has to do to make them sound good, and people are like, yeah, like, oh, you shouldn't have to mod a board to make it sound good. And like, I saw that comment, And all I could think about was when I initially said that like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, that I'm happy that there's a board out there that you shouldn't have to mod though to make it sound good. You shouldn't have to put tape all over the PCB to make it sound good. You shouldn't have to change out the gaskets. You shouldn't have to change out the plate. Like, it should come from factory really well. I got downvoted into oblivion. And I was like, wow. So I was just ahead of the trend. That's the way I look at it. And that's usually the case with RMK. We got a bunch of people who are like, oh yeah, like, you should have to do all these mods. And then they're like, they come to the realization like, oh, we really shouldn't have to mod. That's not great. That means there's a lot going on. So I just, whatever. I was ahead of the curve. I just want to say that. I just want to say that. But that's par for the course for me, I think, unfortunately. Everyone thinks you're a weirdo until you're right. Alright, hopefully I should have enough solder to get through before I have to change. I do have an extra roll if needed, so hopefully I can change that out. What's up, Nap? Thank you for the sub. Tier 1, 4 months. Thank you so much. He says, hell yeah. Yeah, we're doing a little ortho build tonight. Thank you, thank you. Marco 1 is super cool for half off. Okay, well, hey, that's cool too. Excuse me. More like petty 404, am I right? Hey, maybe I am petty. It's okay, though. But yeah. Alright, so let's get the fan on so I don't suck in solder fumes. Reminder, this will be a little bit loud. I won't be able to hear much. But it doesn't matter. I just need to be able to see that you guys are typing, so. Try not to burn my microphone, my chair, or anything else along those lines tonight. That's the goal. It's always the goal. Man, I really need a new tip on this thing. This tip is ugly, but it works. Let's get the corners in first and foremost. It's the most important piece, and then we can worry about the rest of the switches. This is a clean little PCB though. Like, I really like this PCB. And just like Jay from Prototypist does, reminder that this is the time to ask me anything while I solder. So if anything on your mind that's Twitch safe, mind you, I am more than happy to talk about with you guys. So let's do this. I'll leave that on. I don't think it's that annoying. Let's go ahead and put the rest of the switches in. There we go. Oop, another bent pin. This band-aid's in the way too. Ferrari said soft. Did you see the Keychron Q9? They call it a 40%, but it's 15U wide. Yeah, that's a 50%. Don't let anybody else kid you. Like, and I appreciate that they're doing smaller boards, but God, like, the reach to go over is still pointless. Like, just make the jump to 40 or 45. Like, 50 and 55 is a weird non-need for a lot of people, I think. And it really doesn't fill any, like, it doesn't fill any void in the hobby, in my opinion. I would just rather have the extra column, maybe on like on a 14U wide at most. But then again, you're in 50% territory, so yeah. Q9 Coffee says Q9 looks like certified ass. Hey, whatever happened to Zambimon's board? What do you get, the Percival or something like that, or the whatever happened to that board? I remember that was supposed to be a thing. It never came to fruition, did it? 65 without the top row, Keck. Basically, that's basically what's going on. Nap says it's a stepping stone for non-40s users. Okay, that's fair. I think that's probably true. Right, let's see here. Give the wrong impression of what 40s are. I don't think it can give the wrong impression. I think it just doesn't fit in a spot. Like, I think if someone truly wants to try 40s, they know where to find us, and they know where to come get advice. So I don't think it's like the wrong impression. At least I don't get that sense. That's for sure. Keychron Q9, nice oxymoron. I don't know if nice is the word, or if you're calling it like an oxymoron. I'd rather just have an oxymoron at that point. Or remember like the liminal or whatever other one the Royal did. Rip, rest in peace. And he was a good one for the hobby to get people into it. Nap asks, do you consider hot dogs as sandwiches? No, they are not a sandwich. It is a hot dog. It rests between the bun in a sideways fashion or a horizontal fashion, not a vertical fashion. Therefore, it is not a sandwich. Any other opinion is wrong. Just throwing that out there for sure. Marari says, hi, Strimmer. So what is your position on soup being inferior to stew? I mean, because I like pho, and pho is soup. I don't want to say it's inferior to stew, but I will say this. I can't get a certain phrase out of my head that my wife said to me a long time ago, because she really doesn't like soup, at least not like thin soup. She'll like occasionally a chowder or something like that. But when I told her I really like pho, she's like, so you just like drinking hot beef juice? Technically, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. So yeah, beef juice. Hot beef juice is what we jokingly call soup now, just FYI. It's like, that was the thing between me and my wife. Stew pickles goated dad. Okay. Interesting. You talked about beer earlier. What is your beer style of choice? Darth asked. I like a sour. I'm not big on like IPAs. I think they're very bitter, and I remember like there was a whole campaign with Keystone Light about bitter beer face, and it feels like a lot of IPA guys just throw as many hops in there as possible, like for the hell of it. I'm not into it, but I prefer like sours or lighter beers like that. I really like, there's a strawberry cream beer that Stillfire does that is amazing. It is amazing. So yeah, those are kind of where I'm at for beer, at least. If I'm drinking like straight alcohol, just a vodka soda lime, please. Keep it simple. Keep it straight. It's all good. Sorry, catching up. Holy crap. Hey, Keychron's doing better than Glorious. This is very true. I think these pins are bent. Oh no, it's just sitting there. Applaud that. Is cereal a soup hedging? No, it is not a soup. That is a breakfast. That's only because I have a kid. And oh, that's not good. I think we just broke a switch. I hope not. It wasn't clipped in all the way. That sucks. Oh boy. See, that's what happens when you film your switches. Sometimes it gets a little wonky and like it doesn't clip all the way. So that just happened. That's why you have to not paying attention. Let's see if we can get this to close in properly. That's why I was struggling with that. Okay, at least I know now. There we go. Alright, we're in. We're good. No harm, no foul. Still works. Alright. Pizza is a sandwich. False. Pizza is not a sandwich. Pizza is pizza. It's on top of the bread. Hedgie thinks tacos are hot dogs. Wow. No, that's not what I said. Tacos are definitely not a sandwich or a hot dog. I don't know how you came to that conclusion, Nap. I have no idea. Gnarly says Panis individual. Or Coffee says that Gnarly Panis individual. Tender says, beef juice. Yeah, exactly. Hot bone broth was a staple of restorative food for centuries. That's very true. It is. I'm not talking shit about bone broth, homie. I just said that, like, my wife just calls it hot beef juice. I didn't say it was... I wasn't talking shit about it. Luke says bone broth, a chunk of cheese, and some stale bread. What are you, from Russia? Like, that's what that sounds like, prison food. God. Nap says, dude, sour beer face is a real thing. What the fuck? Coffee is a Saison Sandy. All right. It's always stout season for tinners. Hey, nothing wrong with maybe like a stout for like dessert. Like a nice like porter, maybe like a porter, a chocolate porter for dessert. That I can get behind for sure. For sure. soldering here. See Lemon Tree episode of Simpsons. Mark said, rip 80 cents to that switch that broke. That kind of broke, but it didn't really. I don't know why people film switches. I'm too afraid to ask at this point. Yeah, Morari answered that. Housing wobble, but nowadays not a lot of switches need filming. Yeah, so in the past, definitely switches needed the filming. A lot of them wobble, but even some still today, Morari, but not a lot. Like, that's the good thing. Go. People don't know what a good switch is. They buy a 90-cent switch and then put it on a hot swap board and don't spring swap. Oof. Damn, Rory, hitting them with the truth. I think spring swaps, though, aren't always necessary. It depends how it sounds on the switch, but like some people like me, I just like the feel of maybe a lighter switch than what comes with it, and by that I mean like a spring, right? Swapping from like a 60 to a 55 gram or something similar along those lines. I hope Zeus gets this build back and likes it and isn't like, what the fuck, Hedgie built this like shit. People think lube and film automatically makes a switch premium. I do think that lubing is pretty necessary on almost all switches. There are certain ones that definitely don't need it, but filming is absolutely not a necessity anymore, and I do think that more times than not it causes trouble rather than helps the switch. So, like those Franken switches that I was told were overpriced Oil Kings don't wobble at all, so static can kindly piss off. My Franken switches actually had a purpose. No, it is not an HHKB layout. It is not. It's called the HMKB, Heavy Metal Keyboard. It is not an HHKB. I know what I'm doing. Thank you. Thank you. God. Y'all making me, like, freak out for a second. I know what I'm doing. Most of the time. Good lord. I'm gonna have to catch up with chat after I stop soldering. And the good news is if I do screw up, the desolder gun is still downstairs. I don't have to go up to the garage to get it. Like that one time with the Phoenix. That was a disaster. But, yeah, no, we're good. It's not an HHKB layout because it's an ortho. Or a standard ortho, I should say. I don't want to, because I know there's HHKB orthos out there. I think spring swap is a scam. Interesting. Marari says there's still some disgusting stock springs these days. Absolutely. Absolutely. Our Durox springs guys, because I could not get rid of the thing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely some Durox springs. It's the Hedgie Marari keyboard. Coffee asks, yo Hedge, what's your most used board besides Van? As of like the last week and a half, 2 weeks, it's been Curio for sure. That's been the only board I've been using on my work desk right over there. Because that desk will highlight the hollowness of a board, and I think it's because the desk is made of fiberboard and it's like thin versus this desk here, which I'm on, is solid wood. So everything sounds better on this desk, so I gotta be careful what I type on over there on my work desk because it can sound like shit. And I mean that. So yeah, I would say Curio is probably my most used right now, but I kind of rotate. But Van definitely gets the majority of use for sure. Night in, night out, Warzone. Usually on stream, you guys know it usually hangs out here on stream. I use the pearls occasionally, like when I'm feeling feisty, although I've been enjoying the softer feel. Like, you guys know me, I used to like love like a firm typing experience. I've been enjoying a softer typing feel lately. So Curio, P4, I know when Pegasus comes, I'm going to use the hell out of that. Like, I've been enjoying some nice boards lately, and so like the pearls have been put to the side a little bit. I'll tell you ones that a better question are like ones that I don't use very often, which are Coriander, Jerkin, my minivan, and really the Coriander just because I'm waiting on the thick ring. So I bought a thick ring from Mace yesterday. He just shipped that out today. So the thick ring should make it sound a bit better. It's got the stock DP transmit stock DP transmit ice switches in there. So it just doesn't sound as good as it could. And Evan was like, yeah, put a thick plate on there and it sounds amazing, the thick ring. And I was like, all right. And I've been like meaning to get around to like buying one and or buying a place to cut the plate file, and I've just been like super lazy. And then Mace put his up for sale, his whole coriander, and I asked if I could have the thick ring, and he sold it to me separately. So yeah, I haven't been using like a ton of other boards lately, but hopefully the meetup inspires me to swap around daily and not just get stuck with one. But like I said, this Curio has been like so damn good, and like I'm afraid that Hydra is going to be like a grail board for me, but I never know. I don't know. We'll see. Just depends. I would like to get a Vault 35. I want to try sub 40, see how that goes for sure. I think the Vault 35 looks amazing, and I definitely want to try combos and keep working on my my skills and learning in this hobby. And I think that drop is going to happen soon, and I'm probably not ready to purchase, so whatever. All I'm saying is the Oil Kings have a GAT ink bottom and a nylon top housing, LOL, but no, those Franken switches sound like they would be very nice. They are. Hopefully you get to try them one day, Static. And Abs says, hell yeah, Static, pull up on Hedgie, get his ass. Static says, I do little switch modding these days, but I do often swap out springs for 69 gram Sprit premium springs. Yeah, like Sprit, when you get them from not Sprit themselves, when they used to, remember they used to scam people? Yeah, they've got good springs. I do like their springs. Very, very little ping, if any. Very little creaky noises. Like, they're pretty good. Excuse me. These days, I would be much more interested in custom desks and custom mechanical keyboards, not gonna lie. Like, what type of custom desk? Because then you can only have, like, one desk. And honestly, on the work desk, I'm going to get around to replacing it as a fully, like, thick wood board. I just haven't gotten around to, like, buying the stupid top and then sanding it and sealing it and painting it. Or staining it, I should say. I stained this one. Woo, that one switch pin is dangerously close to the microcontroller. I'm going to show you guys that one. That's a tight spot to solder. One of those. Work paid for my standing desk. Easy. Yeah, so my work gave me a very, very hefty work from home allowance, and I used that on a monitor and a webcam. I went with the 34-inch ultra wide and a 4K webcam since I've been on camera like at least once a day, if not way more. So I was like, yeah, why not invest in the peripherals that are going to make sense since I already had a desk. Plus, when I go to the office, they have every desk is a standing desk, so you can. It's the electric one too, so you can set it with like a specific setting. And I usually end up at the same desk every time I go. If you guys seen like my pictures from the office, I end up at the same desk because like no one ever goes in. And oh boy, and come here. There we go. I almost missed and got that on the USB port. Good lord. And so, like, I end up at the same spot, so the settings and the memory, like, on the switches 1, 2, and 3, are my settings, which is hilarious. No one's ever changed them, so, yeah, they have those at work. It's kind of insane. Our work has a lot of money. I have, Static says, I have my Van R2 on the desk right now. This is hands down my favorite board in the collection. Yeah, like, honestly, I think the other part is that the Van is just good. It's a good work and gaming board. With my KTT Kangbais in it, the long pole linears, it sounds really, really awesome and unique. You should see the faces when I brought it to the meetup, and people are like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's a long pole linear, like, and one that not a lot of people have heard of." So I think that made a difference. But yeah, that's why the Van is in such heavy use for me. And I will say, I like switches that have been desoldered once because they still have a little bit of remnants of the solder on them, and it makes like the contact to melting solder like super fast. I don't have to like wait that additional 2 seconds for the pen to heat up. It just happens, which is super helpful. Cool. And it makes soldering a board that much faster. Alright, let's put this to the... Oh boy. Put this to the side. Let's shut the fan off. There we go. It's a little bit better on the ears. Even for me, like, you guys think it's loud on stream, it's loud here too. Hey, Rhymer made it. Awesome. Thank you for the sub, man. Welcome. Subscribe for 3 months. You're at tier 1. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rhymer always is nice enough to hit up my comments in Instagram whenever I post. He always comments on my stories. So thank you, man. I'm glad you could make it for the live stream. Unfortunately, you did miss some stuff. I will show off the Oceanographer again at the end of this. Maybe even the fossil. I've got both here available to me, so we'll show those. But we're in the middle of the HMKB 40 build. Just finished soldering this tiny little ortho PCB. It looks pretty good. Now we got to go through all the grommets. Oh yeah, the switch pen. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. This one right here. That just seems very close to me. I don't know. Like, this one's not as bad, but this just seems like... Because I didn't want to burn the switch pin, the actual pin here, so I had to, like, come at it at this angle. And it just... I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I'm not used to that. Yeah, so you could easily bridge it. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh my god. Like, I gotta be careful there. Alright, what else did I miss through chat? What's the minivan case? Which minivan? Up on the shelf? It's my piano black one, if that's what you're asking. I still have that. Luke C says, I don't even know what my favorite board is. Murray says, I would trust a statement by Evan about mechanical keyboards more than 99% of people. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lucy says, gotta go shift. Yeah, I would like to get a shift, honestly. On one of the premium ones. I've just had other priorities, obviously, and I've been spending all my other money on, like, custom useless shit that literally is going to make, if I ever want to sell something, it's going to make it incredibly hard to sell. But hey, that's what I spend my money on, so it's okay. It's what I like. Alright, so we've got this thing soldered up, even with the scare of of the HHKB stuff that Nap tried to hit me with. So we're good here, but these feel pretty good, Zeus. I wouldn't worry. These feel pretty good. And these are all nice and level and even. And yeah, you should have gotten black stabs, just all blackout build. That would have been pretty sick, but too late now. Although it looks like you could probably get these stabs out if you really wanted to. I bet you could. Like, the cutout looks like it's big enough, you could literally get that out, which would be kind of cool. I wish more boards did that, so you could pop stabs out easily if you needed to. Spirit's the one person that actually tries everything and really cared about small details in their craft, but they're massively autistic. I can say that because I almost went into the business with Spirit. So they're probably not autistic. They're probably they probably got Asperger's, right? Like that's that fine line or whatever. Static says, speaking of the work from home allowances, says, yeah, those work from home allowances are nice. We got 2,000 at the start, but then 300, and then 300 a month after that. Holy shnikes, that's expensive. We got like 750. So I blew it all at once at Micro Center. I literally went to Micro Center and was like, I want this. I actually went twice in 2 days. I got dual monitors, only for me to realize that that was the other piece I bought, was a dock, the expensive docking station. Only to realize that the Mac, that chip didn't support a triple monitor, so it couldn't support the 2 monitors plus the Mac. And I was like, well, that sucks. So then I went back, returned the monitors that day, or the next day, and then got the 34-inch ultra wide because I realized I could split 2 windows on one ultra wide and basically get the same effect plus run the Mac. So I basically have a triple screen setup. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Rhymer said, you make more streams, he just keeps getting called out to work. Yeah, sorry, bud. It's okay though. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. So anyway, all right, let's get the case out. Now comes the fun part with all the grommets and the screws. And like I said, heavy metal is nice enough to include, an instruction manual. It feels almost like an IKEA board a little bit, so that's kind of cool. So we'll leave that out. Like, I'll actually pay attention to this, which is neat. So first things first, top shell, put the M3 by 16, there's so many screws here, through the 8 top holes. Let's do this. Let's be smart, Veggie. Let's not be an idiot. Let's dump these into a spot where we're not going to lose them. There we go. There's a ton of... Here's all the grommets. Okay, cool. So the grommets will hold over here. Look at all these screws. Good lord. And we need the M3 by 16s. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Are these just for aesthetic? Like, I'm kind of curious. Static says, speaking of the work from home allowance, he says, yeah, it is a lot, but they kind of had to because they were feeding us lunch and had snacks, drinks, coffee, beer, etc. in the office for free, so they just swapped that cost into our paycheck and closed the office. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's one way to look at it. Yeah, I feel like this is just for aesthetics, right? Like, I don't know. Oh, I guess because the grommets. Never mind. The grommets are going to go through here. I'm such an idiot. I was like, wow, why would I have to put all these screws in? Hey, you guys. Well, it says 8, but there's only 6. It literally says 8, and there's 6 holes. What the hell? Whatever. Just doing what this thing tells me. Yeah, our office is way too big, and they did a lease right at the beginning of 2020 for 10 years, so they're not shutting down ever. That's never going to happen. All right, so then I need these. Oh, this is going to be somewhat difficult. Okay. Screw them down tightly, since there is no need to ever unscrew them again. Mounting and unmounting the plate will only require the flange nuts. See step sticks. Okay. I will say it's nice to have some instructions here. That's a little bit different than normal, wouldn't you say? So that's kind of cool. Maybe I should do instructions with the Oceanographer? It's a pretty straightforward build, but what do you guys think? Should that be a thing? Oops, sorry. Alright, there we go. Hey, Braves won. Alright. Beating the Mets. Mets suck. I hate the Mets. Lucy says our company definitely owns the offices and the land. Oh yeah, so our office in Atlanta is on like some of the most expensive business property in the entire city. We're right next to this place called Pont City Market, which is a very hipster market place that's a little overpriced and it's got too much going on in it, but yeah. Contact card with QR code that leads to the website with build instructions. Oh, that would be cool too. I should think about that for the ocean. Why is this not screwing in? Alright, let me get the pieces on all these first. Oh, my mat's getting dirty. Uh-oh. Speaking of codes and ways, our office has incredible security. We have a RFID card or whatever it is, the little scanny one, and we have an app too called Envoy, and we have to log in. We have to register to come into the office through the app, and they'll give us approval, yes or no, to basically get approval to come in. If we get approval to come in, we have to sign in that morning, or you can use location-based, but you have to do it like, hey, I'm not sick, I'm signing in to come into the office, and then you get to come in the door, and you come in the door, and then you scan your card on like an iPad, basically. Why is this one not screwing in? And then that iPad only allows you to access the floors you're able to. So like for me, it's like number 4. Like that's the only one our office is on. and you press that button on the iPad, and then it tells you like one of 6 elevators to go through, A, B, C, D, E, yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, and it'll tell you like go to this elevator, and you go in the elevator, and there's no floor buttons. It's just door close, door open, and the emergency doors. And like, I remember the first time I went, I was like, this is bonkers. Like, I've never seen this before, but it was just like insane security. So just kind of crazy and cool. But it makes sense, right? It keeps people going to exactly the place they need to. I will say, Mirari, that Ponce is not bad during the day. In even early evening, it's not bad. And it's not like the weekends either, right? Like, weekends are crazy. But again, overpriced food in there, overpriced shopping. I just don't feel like there's a need to really go in there, especially when our office provides lunch for us. And there's a Kroger directly underneath the office anyway, so we can like just go to the grocery store, quote unquote, if we need to. All right. Now we've got this piece, and install 10 of the grommets in the bottom shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're actually going to do 10. So it looks like it's just wrong on the top case, maybe. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lukeski says that they could send my ass to the Shadow Realm. I guess they could, technically. Couldn't they? Alright, cool. So the grommet goes in. I thought the grommet would go in a little bit easier. Or I mean a little bit harder. It seemed pretty easy. Oh, don't want to lose any of them though. Jesus. Okay, I spoke too soon. That one was actually decently hard. Rory says maybe outdated top case design in the manual. Yeah, possible, right? Or like they just never changed it. They were like, because you know, you like make a change to the board and you don't think about like all the other little stuff that has to come with that. That's fine. Like I can tell where the 6 are gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean that's at least correct, right? So no worries there. This is a cool board. It's already growing on me a little bit. I'm not huge on this like industrial kind of look, but it's cool. It's growing on me. Yeah, see these side grommets go in like super easy. There. There. All right, cool. All right, these are all in. Stupid Band-Aid. All right. The mono foot, which Zeus says he doesn't have, or at least it wasn't included in the package. It helps with the angle. We're not going to do that right now. So, okay, whatever. Internal stack. If this is your first build, we've already built it, which is great. And then like there's another plate here, or like this is the plate. Like the plate is different than the one we built on, which is so strange. But again, maybe like a different design or something like that. Now I got to put the 8 grommets into the plate. See, it says 8, but there's 6. So yeah, they must have changed the design between the top and the plate at some point, but that's fine. So whatever. Jake needs that in his board orders, to be honest. What are we talking about there, Lucy? Sorry, I'm catching back up. You mentioned something about Jake and board orders. Interesting. Preventative corporate measures against corporate espionage. Imagine one day you go into the office and the elevator says going down, and then you just keep going down for over 10 minutes. That'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty crazy. I guess it would be a good way. You could trap people if you needed to, security-wise. But I will say security is an interesting set of characters at our office. That's all I'll say. I don't know if I trust that they're truly security, but hey, it's whatever. Alright, got the grommets installed. This is really a blackout build. Like, shame on you, Zeus, for not having black stabilizers to go with this and just black it all out, but it's alright. It's cool. People get stuck in our elevators all the time. Luckily, we're getting a campus built 2024. It should be done. That's cool. Hey, Camburger, what's up? It's the same board that was available in 60, 65, 75 TKL. I bet they just forgot to update it for 40. Ah, okay, so there was a bunch of different sizes. Cool. Lazy, what's going on? Welcome. How are you? Nice to see you. We're in the middle of putting together this HMKB 40. And again, I'll show the two boards I showed off at the beginning of the stream again for those of you that showed up late. I'll show those off as well for sure. All right, so we did the plate grommets. Now it says stack mounting, so we're going to grab the top, it looks like, and then let's make sure this is right side up. It is. And then it looks like we put use the flange nuts. Just slightly tighten the flange nuts, okay? Wait, do I need a wrench for this? Or is it just like... I literally don't have a wrench for this. This is so weird. Zeus said he ordered a bunch of clear. I literally don't have a wrench, and I need one. This is insane. I need like a little socket wrench. I can go upstairs, but that's gonna take like 3 minutes. I don't want to do that. Swishy made it. What's up, Swishy? What's going on, man? Hope you're doing all right. I may have a pair of pliers that I can use to tighten these down a little bit. But again, it's just to hold this together. I'm still failing to see how this case comes together, but we'll see. I found the mono foot, so I just forgot to pack it. Well, then I'll let you take it apart if you want to put the mono foot on there, bud. It's all you. I think it just adds extra angle. Swishy says he tries to never miss a Hedgie stream. Thank you, Swishy. Appreciate that. It's very nice of you. If I win the raffle, I donate my winnings to that MFZeus for a new Ortho Build. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, Coffee. Good karma. Putting the good karma out there. I like that everybody on my stream is putting good karma out there. It's nice to see and nice to hear. Thank you. And again, I appreciate those of you that show up so often. Thank you. Means a lot. I appreciate the support. I'm just going to hand tighten these. I think they're good enough. They're not really sliding or... Oh, that one's still turning. Okay. See how far I can get the hand tightened down. There we go. That one's pretty tight. This one's still going? Nope. Nope. This one though. Okay. There we go. That's cool. I bet this is going to sound good with the plate foam and the grommets, and I'm tearing up my thumbs hand tightening this. Good lord. Alright, so we did the stack mounting. Top and bottom shell. Put the top shell and the bottom shell together. Goes like this. Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. Yep. And then put in place after the screw holes are aligned, and then we put in these other screws. The M3x10s. Gotcha. Okay. That's cool. And you can see where the foot goes, FYI Zeus. So, yeah. Let's see if I can get this to line up. There's one. I really do need a wrench, I think. Or at least it's going to be close to needing a wrench. These are all going to be hand tightened, which will be interesting. Okay. So I guess the grommets keep it from pinging or having that aluminum, like that metal to metal noise. Although maybe Will Project Keen should think about that. Oh, screw with the okay, yeah, and then we just screw it together. Where'd I put the? There it is. This is. It did say tweezers. It literally says tweezers in the instructions. Let's see. I got those thick ones. That's what she said. There we go. No need for pliers. We're good. We good. some tweezers. And then once you screw it together tight enough, we'll be good. Which I probably should just use tweezers on the other ones, but it's fine. No, don't want to over tighten. There we go. There's one. That's not too bad. Swishy likes it because it's bent steel. That's funny. Swishy, are you going to Nashville? Or are you are you stuck because you don't have a ride? Kind of curious. This grommet idea is cool. I don't know why I've like never seen this before or tried it, but I do remember like now that I think it was Coffee that mentioned it with the other sizes. I remember like the 60, 65%, 60% that they came out with initially. It was like a long time ago. It was like a good way to have like a cheap but nice 60%, I think. Come on, come on, come on. Cool. Two more, which they just barely gave me enough of these to put together. That's kind of crazy. Reimer says he'll be there for work next week. Ah, okay. I haven't been to Nashville before. I'm kind of excited, especially because we'll be right there on Music Row or whatever it's called. Oh boy. There we go. So, that should be exciting. Get a chance to, like I said, hang with everybody after the meetup and go drink, have a good time. Should be a lot of fun. I know a bunch of them rented like Airbnbs and stuff, so I just went with the hotel option because I am an experienced business traveler and I like hotels and I like not having to mess with cleaning fees and all that other stuff. So join me in forcing Hedgie to eat hot chicken. No, I'm good, thank you. I'd rather not blow out my butthole. So spicy foods tend to not do so well the next day for me. Like straight up, it doesn't matter. So Coffee still take you on to favorite hot chicken place, KFC. Was the PCB in the way? Interesting. Woo boy. We almost lost that. Ooh, that would have sucked. Yeah, I'm not sure I can make it. I have to be on site 6 to 6 for like 10 days. That sucks. Sorry, Reimer. Reimer missing out on all the good stuff. My streams and then... Oh boy, this PCB is like right in the way. Like there's just barely not enough clearance there. Maybe I can like back this out a little bit. Oh, I can. Sweet. Let's do that. Let's back out the screw. Sort of. There we go. Then we can get this in place. Cool. Much better. It's in place. Let's turn it this way so we get better grip. I am right-handed, so I can at least hold this like this, and then I can worry about the actual like turning motion with my hand. There we go. Cool. All right. Close the shell. Let's make sure there's nothing else. Keycaps, connect, and start. Okay, cool. Like I said, I already tested the PCB. This thing's cool. Kind of like really is growing on me. And yeah, I'll say it again. This is like a perfect board for like a Jake coat. Just saying. Well, how much more angle do you need? This is like a 4 or 5 degree angle. I can already tell. I'm not sure how much more you need because that's a 3 degree angle on the Curio. So I'm not sure how much more you would need, but okay. Dar says heavy on the sriracha for me and my pho. I'll have some in my pho. I don't like ruining the flavor of the broth, though. Like, I don't want to say it's not spicy, swishy. I'll make you my beef jerky that I just finished. My hickory sriracha beef jerky. You may change your mind on that. You give a chance for sriracha to like marinate something. Good God, it'll put it to work. So yeah. All right, that's to the side. I think we're ready for keycaps. And this is how it was sent to me. So thank you, Zeus. You could have just put it into a bag, homie. Like this tray is not working for me. I think because some of the switches got all jacked up. But it's cool. I haven't seen SA Leviathan in person, and these look really good. So yeah. I hear a tiny bit of ping. I'm just saying. Maybe you could use some bump-ons or something. I guess don't pick it up. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know where you want tab. Yeah, man, this thing pings. Escape. W-E-R-T. Might need foam, LMAO. I mean, there's foam in between the plate, and I'm trying to figure out what would cause the ping, though. Like, it's the grommets are there. Well, I guess controls R3. I'm an idiot. I don't understand why it would ping at all. That's so weird to me. Oh, wait, that didn't go there. Yeah, it does. TYU. Figure out where you want. I'm assuming shift right there. I don't like max keys, but they did a good job on Leviathan. Yeah, they did. They did for sure. What is the plate material? I think it's like brass. It's heavy. So maybe a different plate material would do well in the future. ZXCBBNM. But again, who knows? Maybe it's just set up, or I didn't do something right, or whatever. So Windows is definitely here. I happen to remember that. Oh, my keycap's messed up. That sucks. Maybe. It's been a while since I messed with Ortho, so I'm kind of trying to remember where certain things go. I guess you could put arrows here, but I don't see any arrows. Huh. JKL. ASDF. Oops, come on. Turns out I was wrong. You were right. The plate is steel. Okay. Yeah. Well, if you ever need me to desolder and you want to try a different plate material, let me know. I said case foam. Where are you going to put the case foam, though? That's my question. Where's case foam going to go? I will say the board looks good, though. Like, damn, it looks good. I assume you want inner here. I know some people on Ortho put it there. Shift. Alt. We'll just go backwards. You mean like the hobby sheet? Because I have the hobby phone. I definitely have the hobby phone. Oh, Yeffy's here. What's up, Yeffy? Welcome. Welcome, man. I will say, if you're into this sound, that's cool. But I'll let you guys hear this, and you tell me what you think. So let's bring this. I'm just gonna bring this straight down. Maybe the SA caps aren't helping. I know SA has that deep thock, but like if I pick it up, it's not bad. Let me try. Let's just see. Maybe it's SA. Maybe that might be it. Yeffy, stick around. I'm going to show off the Fossil full size here in a few minutes again. Just kind of curious to see what you think. Let's just see. Nope, still hear it. Interesting. Okay. I thought maybe type of keycap. Yeah. Look at those gigantic hands. Hey, at least I'm not Trump. Yeah, I said it. Like from a sound perspective, could use a little bit of work, not much. I don't think it's as bad as like when I first put that one keycap on. But Stingray Shuffle, first time chat. Van Dusen and Carolina Mech, baby. Yeah, like I said, I'll show that off here in a minute. I think you'll be fine, Zeus. I think some foam will go a long way. But from a look standpoint, this looks awesome. Like, I didn't think I would like it. I would be careful. These edges are sharp. I can definitely feel that. But this turned out great. And Leviathan looks awesome. Really wish they made a 40s kit for that. I probably would have gotten SA Leviathan. It's just funky down here with the grommets, and the reset hole's really nice right there. Again, this is begging for a Jake coat. So yeah, like, oh, it sounds fine when I hold it like this. That sounds, when I pick it up, yeah. Man, look at Mirari. Look at Mirari with the science. That sounds fine. As soon as it's on the desk, though, I can hear a little bit of the ping, but as soon as I pick it up, that sounds clean. So maybe, yeah, maybe a little foam goes a long way underneath, but what a cool looking little like industrial keyboard. And like I said, I know it works. Let's just triple check and make sure, because I knew the PCB worked beforehand. KDY keyboard tester. Yep, that was enter. So let's just triple check. Oh, that's mute. Up, down, left. That's funny. That's not right. It's left. Okay. Wait, oh, down, left. Okay. Spacebar must not be programmed. Neither space. So I know these worked when I tested it. I think it's spacebar is not programmed right. I think it's in the middle. I think because it's not set up for 2x2U. Yeah, because this is Alt. Yeah. Windows Control. So yeah, these two you probably just need to program them because I know they work. Like I definitely tested the center one. So just FYI, when you get that chance, get and show this off. It's so cool. I love this board. This is like my favorite board lately. All right, let's give a weight to this board before we go to the other two. Let's see what we weigh at. Close out of here, close out of you. Go. All right. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. Interesting. Hefty little bent steel board, basically. That's crazy. Yeah, it sounds fine. Again, a little foam will go a long way. And you'll be fine. This is a good board. Thank you for letting me build this, by the way. I appreciate that, Zeus. Cool looking. Didn't think I would like it at first. It's still not really my style, but it's cool. definitely see it being like a neat little conversation piece for sure. So hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you again. Again, for everybody that's just joining, Gatter on Oil Kings, Lubed, SA Leviathan on an HMKB. So, and hopefully you still like my build quality. I still feel like I do a really good job in that regard. So thank you, man. Thank you so much. So let's just put this right here for a second. That'll sit over here. I'll put away all the other stuff in a little bit. Ocean or fossil first? Which one do we want to see first again? Because I still got both, and I can show both. I'm just curious what everybody wants to see again, because I know Yeffy will be more interested in the big one. Ocean, of course. All right, cool. Again, I wish the Cerakote showed up properly on stream. It does not. Oh man, it's got dirty already. Oh no. This does not show up properly on stream. So this is not just white, which it does look like it on stream. It is Cerakoted with Gun Candy Hydra, and Gun Candy Hydra goes from a purplish pink to green shift underneath the white. It's super subtle. I think I just caught a glimpse of it there. You can almost see it on like the bottom bezel a little bit. I'm gonna try one more time with the phone light. I think the additional light helped. Oh, like I can see it in person. Let's see if I can. One more time. Let's see if we can get this to show up. Maybe. No, it's not going to. Why would it, right? Why would it be easy for me to get that to? I cannot get that to show on camera. Nope. Okay. Either way, it's like a pearlescent. It's like mother of pearls, like the best way to describe that. So Gun Candy makes a couple of different color shifts. One of them is just pink. So like Pegasus is very similar to this, but this has that green to it as well. And again, in certain lighting, like I can see myself, I can see the pink showing through. Other lighting, I can show like the green. And then this was custom badged. So this was a C stock, and which, man, the white on brass looks incredible. DN, so got a little DN badge here, which is awesome. The badge does sit flush normally. It's just that I don't have the right length M2 screw. That should be here on Thursday. So we'll get that to set in right, and this will get built as soon as the PCB show up. This will not be brass plate. I think I'm going to do carbon fiber in this. But Evan's build's going to sit in here for a little bit, at least for the meetup. So this will be at the meetup. You can see the color shift in person. It's pretty insane. Gorgeous board. Very happy with it. But yeah, overall, this was a really nice present from Jake. So I'm glad he was able to successfully make the Gun Candy Hydra work. So we've got this one, which is cool. But everybody's seen Ocean before. What we haven't seen, unless you were here earlier on the stream, is the fossil full size. Mutant shows up. What's up, man? What's going on? I'm glad you can make it. Sometimes you just gotta dunk them in the ocean. As I said earlier, this is a really, really, really nice board. Really nice. And it sounds good too. And again, I'm not a full-size person. You guys know that. Like, none of my boards are bigger than 45%. Why does my camera keep tilting? I can't figure that out. But yeah, this board is awesome. And the weight is sick. Like, and the fact that you have a choice between the carnivore, which is the T-Rex, or like the herbivore, which is like the Brachiosaurus or the Brontosaurus, whatever. Two different weight designs. I think there's actually a third. I think you can just get blank too. Tier says, still worried about the price of fossil. I'm actually getting full size after a few more 40s. It's going to be expensive. But as I said, I don't think it's going to be expensive as any cube boards. So there is some silver lining there. But I think Arslock said, like in the Geek Hack thread, that it's probably like around the $600 mark. Like, just full disclosure, it's going to be expensive. It's a big board made here in the US. So yeah, like, it's gonna be It's going to be pricey, but it is a good board. I don't know if Arslock said they're going to do the full 108 only, or if they're going to offer the blocker here. I don't know what they're going to do. I feel like it needs something at some point, but other times, yeah. And it sounds awesome. And this is with the GAT yellows. I haven't even swapped out the other build. There's another build with some tactiles. The Gateron cap browns or whatever. I did notice the plate sinking in the middle. Interesting. And look, grommets. Didn't we just talk about grommets? So this is grommet mount too. And this plate could use a plate fork. But I'll try this one later. This build's just kind of been sitting. I'm gonna do some sound tests for Arslock as well, so that he can post those, and we'll do some where I'll take this camera and we'll put it down and have a very quiet room, and then just type away, because I think this sounds really, really awesome, and it's consistent across the whole board, which is really nice. It sounds similar. The only one, these just sound a little more muted, less poppy up here. But I bet like a long pole linear in these would also sound incredible. I think it would like really hit that like note. But this will be at the Nashville meetup. I'm bringing this with me to the meetup. So my one oversized board, besides my wife's, this will be the other one. So you guys can type and feel it and see it in person. I think it'll probably be a big hit there too. So really excited about that. MX Blue build. No, I'm good. I'm good. This plus Zaku's. I don't know what Zaku's is. Mutant says it's so weird to see such a big board on your desk. Yeah, Yeffy will be there, which is awesome. It'll be awesome. Yeffy, maybe Yeffy can help me hook it up. I'm looking for a Brocaps Last Pilot white on black. Willing to trade my my Rugrats Nothing blind bag, just FYI. So, although I think John hit me up on Discord and says he wants to see a pic of it, so maybe I can help him out. I don't know, we'll see. But Yeffy, you're my artisan guy, so I'm coming to you for help trying to complete that white on black set from Brocaps, minus the Betrayer. I really think that's such a out of place sculpt in his whole collection. Like, you can't close the case with it. It sits fun. Whatever. Anyway. But yeah, this was fun tonight. We did this. Next week on... Oh, that's an easy find. I'll hit you up. Okay, man. I'm looking for trade. Just for trade, though. I don't have $400 to drop on the last pilot. Just saying. But Yeffy's the man. Yeffy has all the hookups. Yeffy does some cool shit, too. We were talking about him in the Prime Cap server the other night, which was a lot of fun. So, he does some cool shit. And Yeffy's a good dude. Just as a reminder... Next week, Thursday, barring any issues with UPS getting to me by this Friday, but next week, Thursday, we're going to do the Embrace stream, which is exciting. I want to call it a build. We're going to put it together. It's hot swap, but hot swap, RGB, Gamer 40, acrylic case with, is it stainless steel? Mid plate and knob. The knob's cool because it's on a separate daughter board. The mount's really cool. I'm excited for Embrace, and you guys should be too. And I'm going to talk to Evan, but we may just run the group buy right at the end. Like, we may just end the stream and open the group buy. It just may happen. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. After Embrace, we're going to do the paintbrush 2 weeks from now. So we'll do both paintbrush builds together. Mirari will come do that. After that, we'll probably do the Pomelo with Dan, DXC, Big Dan, who's here locally. He'll come here, and I'm going to teach him how to solder. So we'll get him to solder his Pomelo, which would be awesome. That should be a lot of fun to see him mess with that. After that, we've got some more customer builds, some of my other boards to start. Like, we've got content. I think Zeus said he may send me something else at some point here in the near future too. He didn't really say what it was, but I'm happy to build whatever. Again, shout out to Zeus for giving me something to build. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We will be loaded. We will be loaded with content. Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a good time. Things keep rolling. We're in a good spot. Again, if you want me to build any of your boards, all I ask is you pay shipping. I'm happy to build them on stream. I do offer some lubing services. It's not my favorite. Up to 100 switches for 40 bucks. I will lube them. You provide the lube though. So like I said, I just did them for Arslock. I did them for Alex. But happy to help out where I can. I really appreciate. No, I don't pay you to lube. Fuck off, Mirari. Not yet, at least. But if you guys, anything you want to send me, I'm more than happy to do for you. It doesn't have to be a 40. I do appreciate the additional content, but starting to get everything lined up, which is really good, and appreciate it. Without everybody here, I wouldn't have a stream. I wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I enjoy and that you guys seem to enjoy hanging out with me. So thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great night, great rest of the week, and we'll see you on Thursday for the Embrace stream. More to come. Oh, I can't forget the giveaway. I'm about to walk away without the giveaway. We can't do that. We must give these away. Last chance to enter. Again, I'm paying this forward. This is from Atari. I can't believe I almost forgot. I was just going to end the stream and be like, screw the winners. Screw them. Can't do that to them. That's not cool. There we go. Mutant got in. Yeffy, if you're still here, you should hop into the raffle. It's exclamation mark raffle, lazy. No worries here. So all we're doing is two winners, 2 SA R3 blanks. Excuse my broken thumb. We're going to do the red one first, and then we're going to do the blue one, which is really cool. And yeah, like I said, this kind of goes with Pulse a little bit. So if you want to do the Pulse, you can do that. Mutant says he can't use his 4.25. Why can you not use it? I'm very curious. Like, what's stopping you? I did get the Diet Purple, the atomic looking one, atomic purple one. It's on my minivan right now. I got the Elder Gods, which this one is sick. I just got to find the right board to use it on. This also might be able to go with Pulse a little bit, but this is sick. Come on, focus. There we go. Like, I love this one. Good, Zeus entered, and then the Ocean colorway, which is also sick. I like this one a lot too. I just need to find, like, I need to decide what I'm doing on Coriander, because I may desolder Coriander and do a 4.25 there. So we may do that, but I'm gonna find a use for these. I still would like to trade for the Ectoplasm, which is the hot pink, and I'll show you guys why. Let me grab that board. I would like to trade. I've got the Diet Purple on here, which is awesome, but I would like the pink to match Hades Kid. So if any of you are willing to trade, if you own one and you want to trade, please let me know. I will be more than happy to give you this purple one, since it looks like atomic purple, and I know that's highly sought after. So just FYI. Yeah, there's the minivan, piano black. This used to be my travel board. Curio's kind of taken over for that, but this is still a great board, and it's hot swap. And I've got Otimu Silent Ices in here, and they're great for the office environment. So yeah, FYI. And you can see how high I was reaching up. That's my 4th shelf. I have 4 shelves all the way up here. All right, let's do the giveaway. Everybody's entered, right? Is that the same size as a split space? Yes, it is a 4.25. So usually on a minivan, the old ones, you have 2 and a 2.25. This is a 4.25, so absolutely. All right, closing the entries here. All right, so first winner. I remember those silent ice test videos you did at your old job. Is that the silent or the Otimu Silent Skies? There were the Silent Skies that I did, and then my one video on YouTube with the Otimu Silent Skies in my old glass green acrylic corn has, like, I think it's like 18,000 or 19,000 views. It has a ton of views because I hit him with the quote, and my favorite top comment, I hit him with the Thanos snap. I was like, and then, like, you hear nothing. You can, like, if you turn the volume way up, you can hear the springs in those switches. That's about it. There's nothing else to be heard, which is insane. Those were crazy silent tactiles, but yeah. All right, we have closed entries, so let's go ahead and give away the red one first. And then for those of you that win, if you don't have my Discord info, it's Hedgie hashtag 9862. So if you need help, someone can direct you to me, but you should all have my Discord info. So if you win, just message me your address. I'll get these in the mail probably tomorrow, honestly. So, all right, first winner. Hey, Static. Man, I think that's like the second thing you won. You've won on my channel. Yeah. All right, cool. Morari, piss off. I'm not doing this rigged conversation. So you get the red one for Static. That's all you, bud. Congrats. Very nice. Let's give away the blue one, the blue oceany looking one. This one's cool. I like this one. But again, I don't have any SA caps, so winner number. Oh, so now it's not rigged, right? Now it's not rigged. It was when you didn't win, but now that you win, it's definitely not rigged. That's pretty good. I actually really enjoy that. Thank you, Morari. Thank you for just kind of... You should take your shoe, or your foot, and just put it in your mouth. Just be quiet. No more. Don't talk anymore. You're done. Oh my gosh. I won't even need to ship that one. That's right. That is right. I won't need to ship it. He can come pick it up in 2 weeks when he builds his paintbrush. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Dunk it in the toilet before giving it to him. Yes, I could do that. I could do that for sure. You guys want to see his wine proto? His paintbrush proto? It is pretty, I must say. And I did swap the plates out already, so I can show you guys that if you want to see it real fast. It's a pretty board for sure. Let me grab that. I cleaned the plate for you, Morari, so it's a little bit better. I could use another pass with the Brasso, but yeah, this is sick. And you can tell the difference between like non-clean brass or copper. I mean, excuse me, copper, and then yeah, the clean copper. But yeah. Static says, I'm tuning a proto right now. I'm working on the 4Me proto I got from DD Nice. Loving the board so far. Cool. Where do you find 4.25 spacebars? So they were custom done by Atari Zero in the 40s Discord. And yeah, he did a whole raffle thing. It was kind of pretty cool. So the difference, by the way, the difference that people know, this knob is awesome. This copper knob too. Like, come on. Come on. Nope, I hate this camera. There we go. Look at that. That is a sick knob. Just absolutely sick. Yeah, so what's cool is the gaskets are on the inside of the case here. Versus on my proto, which was the first proto, where they're on the plate. So I had to actually take them off the plate here. The plate's basically the same though. So I took them off the plate here, and then put them on mine and the FR4 half plate. So we'll talk about it as we build these, like the differences, and especially like where the magnets are, because there's 6 magnets here. There's 8 on mine. How the weight is held in with 3 magnets, I think. Versus the, yeah, I think it's 3 versus the 2 on mine that doesn't hold very well anymore. So yeah, this is going to be a fun build. This will be fun to build this alongside the acrylic one. We'll do both, kind of compare and contrast, which should be a lot of fun. So I did want to show this off. This thing is insane. Static, this for me is 6.5 pounds. It's stupid heavy with them. Oh, so you got the LX, which is sick. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, Morari, so you said think past me. You should thank Hedgie. You should thank Hedgie for telling you to buy it, because I told you I wanted to swap the plates. That was like the kicker. You forgot, you left that part out conveniently to everybody else in the stream. So full disclosure, he straight up said, you know, I saw it and he was like, oh man, it's tempting. And then I hit him up and I said, hey, do you want to swap plates? Like, I want the FR4 plate in my acrylic one. You can have the copper plate. The copper plate will look really good. You've got the flex cut PCB. I've got the non-flex cut PCB. It'll kind of like even out. And he was like, oh, don't tempt me, and then he went and bought it. So he had it shipped to me. So we'll, like I said, we'll build it. This is gonna be a sick build. I think you're putting paperwork on this, which is gonna look incredible. Not that paperwork looks bad on anything, but GMK paperwork on a wine proto with copper is gonna look choice, just choice. I'm bringing that back. It's gonna look choice. But yeah, I'm excited. So we've got a lot coming up. Again, Thursday next week, 9 o'clock, same time as always. Embrace. Embrace, embrace, embrace. We're going to do a gamer board, RGB, hot swap, sick-ass mounting, a knob, acrylic. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got clear switches. I've got translucent keycaps. It's going to be a lot of fun. I really promise. But, all right, we did the raffle. Thank you guys, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for showing up and hanging out. This is a good stream. I had a lot of fun. It was fun to show off and talk about builds. Fun to build this. Thank you again, Zeus. I appreciate it, man. Whatever else you want me to build, I'm happy to do it for you. Hopefully you get this back and you're happy with the quality. But everyone else have a safe, wonderful rest of the week, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye, y'all.